Day just one of those days. I think I could just do my whole warm up on this pull up bar today. I was 30. One day I'll figure out a whole situation for this. I'm just not in the mood to work 100%. Even though I 100% really enjoy working out. Some days, like, I don't fucking want to do this. I would say about 40% of the time. 40% of the time. I'd say about 40% of the time. I'd much rather be sleeping right now. I'd much rather be sleeping because my body's a little tired. I'm gonna take a 2-day break. Take Thursday, Friday, get back on the grind. Saturday, Sunday. I don't know if I really like it with the pulley. Like, long story short, we are gonna train today. Um, you just don't. It's rare. You could love this thing to the moon and back, but some days you're just fucking tired. Some days you don't want to do it. You know. I guess that's where discipline comes in. But honestly, you know, I was talking to this, I forgot like, it was a guy in my wife's company, and he was telling me about teaching his son discipline. And explained to him, as he was like, I teach my son discipline, and he was trying to explain to me. He's a smart guy. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but I was just telling theory on discipline. I have a really big theory that um, lazy people don't exist. I think I'm gonna do the chest flies, the dumbbells. I do not think lazy people, in fact, exist. I don't think. I mean, when I say lazy people, I mean I don't. I think the word lazy. Oh, you're lazy because whatever. You're not studying. You're lazy. I've never. A lot of people. I would never consider anyone lazy because they didn't want to do something they didn't want to do. The best way I can put it is, I think calling someone lazy for doing something, not doing something, is a lazy way, or a way to just classify something lower on a person's list of priorities. So, like, if working out is not a priority for you, I don't expect you to train 6 a.m. I don't expect you to do a lot. If it's not a priority, you're not gonna fucking do it. Like the likelihood of you staying asleep or skipping the workout is high. So I don't. That's why I never like the word lazy because to me it really doesn't mean anything. It's just a way to express that someone doesn't care to do something. Like I don't know. That's what I think. Good morning. Go Niners. Yeah, let's go. Let's go next season, Niners. So yeah, I really don't feel like working out today, but I'm still in here working out. Not because I'm not lazy, just because it's a priority for me. And just want you guys to know is if you think that I'm, when I see this person who's like obese, doesn't take any, take care of their body in a longevity sense, I don't think that they're lazy. I'm cool. I don't think they're lazy. I don't think it's not. I don't think that they necessarily care. I think there's two things going on here. They are in, and I say this in a nice way. I'm gonna say this in a nice way because there are another word to say like you just don't know. Incompetent. They're incompetent when it comes to their longevity and their overall quality of life. They're incompetent, and because they're incompetent, it's a low priority. You know what I mean? I truly think that discipline comes from priority and what's the other word? It's competence. So higher something is in my opinion, in your priority list, the more competent you are at it, the better your discipline is. I think you need those too. I don't like that's why I don't even like the word discipline much, but it still works. It's still a good word, but I think priority and competence is a better way to explain doing something to a high degree on a regular basis. I think that's a versus discipline. I don't know. Discipline just feels like a shit term for me because the better, more competent you are, the more you can get away with too, right? When you think about it. Yeah, I think yeah. The more competent person can get away with less, can do more in less time. So the most competent person is more efficient. That's all it is. I think it's competence priority. That's what discipline. Well, that what makes for good discipline and lazy people don't exist. Do something cool. All right. How about that? That cool enough for you? Uh, muscle gain, muscle goop. What's up, Cosmic? Yeah, I was playing last night. I played a little later than I wanted to last night. I played till like 11. It's probably the reason why I'm a little tired today. I got up 6:30. Just over 7 hours of sleep. But I needed those queen reactors, man. And that goddamn harvester event wasn't gonna happen till like I think the next event, 2 a.m. Had to do it, man. I had to get some queen harvester. I just did that stupid fucking hidden bunker thing for trials. God damn, man. If they make us do that shit again, the only good thing about hidden bunker is that you can kill a lot of bastions and a lot of bombardiers there. So if you ever need some bombardiers and bastion cells, if you do hidden bunker and just run around on the top, you'll get a lot of fucking kills, a lot of cells. Like there's a lot of enemies in that event. It's hard to grip. Push the rope. Yes, I am Filipino, harsh, and you're Pacific, made made from asbestos. Asbestos? Oh, we know. I didn't know that. Um, yeah. So, like what I was saying is, I don't think lazy people exist. If you think you're lazy on a particular subject or part of your life, you just don't care. Stop lying to yourself. It's not that you're lazy; you just don't care enough. It's not a priority. That's kind of one of the things I've been just really trying to focus on in myself. It's been helping me find more peace in my life. Is just stop being a fucking hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. Like if I'm lazy about something, um, it's because it's not a priority for me. And if it's something that needs to be a higher on my priority list because it's something that needs to happen to the cohesiveness of my immediate family, for example, then I have to make it a priority. I have to make it a priority. I got to move it up a couple rungs so that I don't become quote unquote lazy about it. I don't know. Let's just think about that. I think being a hypocrite towards yourself and your own like worldview is it's the poison, man. I came up with this, and someone probably said it before me, or maybe I heard it on a thing. But we are the sum of the stories we tell ourselves. Oh, we are the sum of the stories we tell ourselves. Basically, that means that narration we have in our head. We are that, you know. Whatever we tell ourselves, we are that. So that we can help be guided by external sources, internal sources, or both. More, it's always usually both, internal and external sources. But that narration is so important because that's what we end up believing. So you gotta change the stories. You gotta change the way you interact with those external sources so that you can create the most cohesive and less hypocritical person. I guess I know that's like some higher end thinking stuff. I mean, not necessarily high, but like that's the shit I think about a lot because I want to watch this video of this monk, right? And he was talking about peace. I think it was on Area CEO, and it was like look at that last year, I think. And he was talking about happiness, and they were talking about like peace and happiness, and he was just talking about it's like I'm not looking for happiness, I'm looking for peace. But I was like, then I started getting into like monk shit, not doing it, not meditating. I can't. I have ADHD. I cannot meditate. It's very hard to meditate. Um, it's not a priority for me to fuck. But from what I can understand, what monks do in a nutshell is they're just indifferent about everything. Like they understand that everything is. They have a very nihilistic perspective of the world, but because of nihilism or a nihilistic perspective, they understand how important existence is. I think that's what you I think that's the key, right? To for peace is you have to what is Nietzsche says you stare out into the abyss. Don't stare too long because it'll look right back at you. I think that's the fire you have to play with, the abyss. And when I say abyss, I'm talking about nihilism. Because if you understand if you have to have that nihilistic tendencies, understand that how precious existence is. I mean, like, because we are just atoms floating into space, our former stardust, so to speak, that have incorporated into these bodies who we think we have consciousness, self. What's the word? Consciousness and what do you call it? Damn, it's too early to be philosophical. Yeah, I'm gonna get the word. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I think it's important to have that. I think we're going straight into bench, dude. It is very cold in the garage. Seahawks, you guys did well. You guys did well. You know, you guys did well. What can I say? They were the way better team. Not even just the better team, way better team, way better team. But yeah, cold is easy when you're working out, man. Who cares? So today, same workout I do every. I do two of the same workouts 4 to 5 times a week. It keep it simple, stupid. You're pretty chill, pretty easy. This is an easy day. We got bench press, and then we got some legs. That's it. Easy day. Back day is a hard day. I'm thinking about splitting that day. That's a lot of fucking. My body gets really built, but my chest is good today. Nice and strong. Even though we traded shoulders yesterday, it's good. You gotta get nice deep stretch on that press. But yeah, I think, like I said yesterday, I think I think there's like two. The number one game we're playing, the rules to the game that we're playing, in my opinion, is that suffering is the price of existence, and your goal is to make sure that you can extend your existence without deal with the suffering while not diminishing the quality and length of your existence. And I think that's why, you know, peace is important. I think peace is is what you're truly trying to obtain. That's why I think that's why the monks. That's why the Buddhist monks are so adamant about it. You know, that's what you need to find. But I think where they want absolute peace, where I think, because we are very flawed creatures. I think it's a scale. Some days you have peace, some days you don't. Some days you'll have peace for a year or two, and then you'll probably have 2, 3, 6 months without peace. Or it's a scale, or maybe it's just a little bit. You have some peace all the way up to lunchtime, no peace in the afternoon, and then you have peace again. And I think it's just you just want the majority of that existence to have peace because it just helps you deal with the price of existence, which is suffering, and that's what I think. I think that's the goal. That's the key to everything. And whether you choose religion or not, it's up to you. Like I honestly think culture and religion are cheat codes fighting peace. I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I'm going to tell my son. That's what I'm going to tell him. It's not about happiness. It's about peace and acceptance. That's the key. The key thing is acceptance, right? I think it's where everyone kind of falls apart. Because sometimes the suffering just can be so unbearable. You know? I didn't catch the joke. I'm just ranting. Trying to get through this workout that I don't want to do. Um, but it's not that cold in the garage right now. 68 degrees maybe. It's just not that cold. All right, we're gonna do some legs. I kind of took a spill on my bike yesterday. I was, I need to be checked sometimes, man. I did go over the head, uh, drop the bike. I'm talking about my e-bike, by the way. It's not like a motorcycle. I was only going about 10 miles an hour. I was hitting this corner a little quicker than I should have, or a little tighter and quicker than I should have, and it was just gravel. And the tires I have on my e-bike, and let me give you a little. The tires on my e-bike are like this all-terrain tires, but they're mainly for the street. They're not for gravel whatsoever. They're definitely not gravel tires. The knobs are too small. Um, but I was just making a shortcut. I was taking a shortcut. And there was a kind of truck. He wasn't that close, but I wanted to go a little bit quicker because I don't want to get hit by a truck. And basically, my ass end kicked out. I overcorrected. Then had some really crazy oversteer. And I tried to correct the oversteer, and I let go of both throttles and started tapping the brakes. And then when I corrected the oversteer, I overcorrected the other way. I guess I don't know what you call that understeer. And it just and then it kicked, and then it kicked out in front, and then I just jumped over the bike. But when I jumped over the bike, I kind of banged my shin on one of the batteries. And you're probably thinking, oh, it's just a bicycle. My e-bike is a dual motor bike. It means both tires spin independently from each other, so it gets up quick. I don't typically use it for corners, but it just gets up to speed quick. And the big issue about this e-bike is not necessarily that it's two spinning tires, is that it's heavier. Oh my god, it's heavier. It's a lot harder to fight it in a lot of ways, especially if it comes to controlling it. So even if I was going like 10, I was probably going 10 miles an hour, maybe 15. Luckily, I always wear gloves because I did have to catch myself, and I got some pretty thick padded gloves from Amazon. Yeah, I just got a good shin burn. Thought I was gonna get away scot free. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get away with this. I'm gonna just jump off the fucking bike, and I did it. My right shin caught it. Got a good scrape on it. Good. It's part of. Sometimes you gotta take some scrapes to remember that you're not that good at doing this. I've fallen off this bike, and I'm telling you, I'll show you guys the bike. This is a green one right here. This bike, this only goes tops out 32 miles an hour, but this is a 48-volt bike, but it's two motors in it. I have this 72-volt bike right here that goes to 55, and this bike is faster than this bike to this top speed. So 0 to 30, this bike's always going to win. It's going to beat this bike, even though this bike has a bigger motor, bigger battery, all that stuff. I'm just a little bit more careless with the faster bike. Man, those tires, man. It just once I felt the gravel, I knew it. I was like, oh shit, this thing's gonna go down. So I was surprised being able to fight the first spin out, and then it just overcorrected. And I think, and it's just hard for me to, because it happened all in a split second. I think I had the front throttle down a little bit. I remember releasing it, but I think my thumb was still caught on the front throttle because it's independent throttles, and I think it was still pushing the bike forward, and that's why when I overcorrected my oversteer, but the bike wanted to kick out. I'm thinking that's what happened. Luckily, there was no. The bike was fine. There was no injuries to the bike. My shin just took a hit, and my ego. I haven't fallen off the bike in a while. Yeah, but what I learned from my best friend who passed away growing up, it's that if when you fall, when you take a dip, that's why for the most part I just wear geared up. I didn't wear my shin guards because I was just going to fucking store to drop off some packages, USPS. I'm feeling it, chest. All right, you got a Fenty in the ambulance? Yeah, I'm good off all that, man. I'm good off all that. I'll keep it to you guys for all the clips. My favorite is when I see Harley people do wheelies. Now, this shit's crazy because those bikes are fucking heavy. I remember I saw this video on YouTube where they were saying, like, not that it's impossible, but like, basically, they said it was like impossible to do wheelies on Harley. This kid came out and started doing fucking wheelies on Harley. I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? Maybe it's modified. Who knows? Um, but yeah, this dude was doing wheelies on a Harley, no problem. Yeah, you got to be careful on bikes, man. Even like, I don't know. Like we have kids in the neighborhood who be mobbing in their e-bikes and stuff like that. Some of them are like the e-dirt bikes, um, like I have, and you know, you got to get good somehow, right? But the fact that none of them have ever, I haven't seen any of them have any type of supervision, and they're all under probably 13. Majority of them are all under 13, and I think I like that in a weird way too, because you know that how safe the neighborhood is that I move into, that people are okay doing that. Because in my old neighborhood, you can fucking do that. You can even leave a bike on the street. That shit's gone, baby. Gone, baby. Someone came up. Just the lay of the land. Leave your shit outside. Don't leave your kids alone. Here, they fucking don't even care, man. It's like growing up in the '90s again. But I digress. Yeah, they were just. It just no one supervises them, man. You gotta have some supervision, dude. Especially when you have like 7 kids riding around fucking bikes like that in the neighborhood. That's not that hard. But I guess people just don't care, man. But luckily, I don't think anyone's got seriously hurt yet. Because you watch them, they're doing kid shit on the bike. I saw 3 of them riding down it the other day. It's 3 kids on one bike. It was fucking none of only one of them was wearing a helmet. You know, even my son, his little toy bike, I make him wear a helmet because yeah, when you see brains on the pavement, you're like, oh yeah, let's. Who cares if you don't look cool on a helmet because at least you still have your brains in your head. And the scary thing too is there's a couple kids that have the dirt e-bikes and they don't have full face helmets or no helmets. Like if you're going 30 plus miles an hour, you have to have a full face helmet, man. I'm just saying you have to have a full face helmet. Just have to. Like if you're in a even the e-bikes, even my e-bike, I should be wearing a full face helmet now I think about it because it just goes too fast. Especially too fast, too quick. A fucking e-bike gets to 30 miles an hour in 2.5 seconds. That's fucking fast for a bike, man. 30 miles an hour in like under 3 seconds on a bicycle. Insane. It's fun though. I won't lie. It's fun as shit to ride. I was saying low conscientiousness. That's my low conscientiousness. It's much safer not to do that. Safer to drive in my truck. You got to remember, like quality of life. It's fun as hell. It is fun as hell. Okay. All right. So we have our incline and our squats. We're finish your flies, finish your push down. So we got two more sets of this incline. Then we're gonna go to flat. I don't think we're gonna probably not hit the 75s. We're gonna add some weights to our. Just this is 75. You good? Finally warmed up. Yeah, but it takes a lot of. You have to prioritize your training. I think it's super important. I like when you ever hear someone that says like, "I don't have the time to do something," or "I don't have, too busy," or whatever. This is what I tell them. It's just stop lying to yourself. It's just not a priority to you, and they take offense to that all the time because they they have this thought in their head that it is a priority for them, but because X, Y, and Z, it's not a high priority for them. So they get very defensive when you call people out like that. I feel like it's a nice way to call people out. It's a better way than me calling you lazy. But people like will say, I'm just lazy or I just don't have the time. I'm just saying this is what I always say to them. It's just not important to you. That's okay. Not important to you. Probably not. Offensive to that. Okay, but Bill. Don't know what that means. Up, Ja, uh, Ja Bravo. Um, yeah, it's like every I've been pretty fit for my entire adult life. People come up to you and they be like, "Oh, I should work out. I could work out more. I used to work out more." Like you become like a priest, and this becomes confession time. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird when people come up to me and they tell me about how they could or they should or they used to be fit or something like that. I was like, I don't fucking care what you used to do. But you're just smiling through your teeth. You're like, okay. I don't know what it is about people who feel like they need to confide things like that to fit people. When I see someone bigger and more jacked than me, which is a lot, not, I look at them and I just think, man, that motherfucker works hard. This is high on his priority list. This fucking fitness shit. It's important. Um, so like, if you have those thoughts in your mind where like lazy, I wish I had more time. Stop lying to yourself. Just feeding yourself a bullshit story because you are. You're feeding yourself this story so you feel better about the fact that you don't do something you know you should be doing or want to be doing. You just don't care enough. It's not a priority. Whatever else to you is a priority, whether that is fucking reading a book, playing video games, watching a movie, TV show, spending time with family, working more, sleeping more, sleeping more, whatever the fuck it is. It's not a priority to you. So stop lying to yourself.
The worst person to lie to is yourself, if you ask me, because you're the most gullible. Because you know exactly what you want to hear. You know exactly what to say. Because you know yourself better than anybody else. And you fucking love lying to yourself. That's a fact, dude. I would like to see anyone refute that. You love lying to yourself. Because your bitch ass is gullible. You a gullible Nancy. Jordan Peterson says it the best. Talk to yourself like you're somebody you care about. Imagine yourself as a individual that you care about deeply about yourself in that manner. Surprisingly, I take this pill on my shin, and my right shin doesn't bug me. I thought it was gonna be really tight at the bottom here because of the swelling on my shin. I don't even notice it. It'll start. Here, there. Oh, panda bear. Oh, yeah, it's a panda. I hate it. It's my most hated tattoo. I mean, I like the tattoo, but kind of don't like how it looks. Especially, it makes my right shoulder look smaller than my left because my left's all covered up. I need so much touch up on my tattoos, but if anyone's been tattooed as much as me, you can understand why I don't want to get more work done. A lot of money. That's a lie telling. The money's irrelevant to me. The lie. See, I just caught myself lying to myself. Because I'm not worried about the money. I just don't want to sit through the pain. You just get to a point where you're just like, I used to be able to sit like I could sit 8 hours, with like 2, 3 breaks, 30-minute breaks. I could sit for 8 hours. Now I struggle to sit to four with breaks. It's funny too because my tattoo artist has been tattooing me for years. Fucking, it's fucking literally my oldest relationship. I feel like I think I've known him for like 13. Um, and he can't tattoo. Like he used to be able to sit and tattoo so long. No, he can't. Fucking old carpal tunnel shit. So we're just getting older. He can't tattoo for long. I can't sit for long. So actually, the last time I was there, he had one of his apprentices do some work on my leg. But yeah, I need to get my neck finished. I need to get this touched up. I need to get finished the back of my neck. I'll be in the Bay in April, so I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna get. I'm gonna do the 2 days. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish my neck one day, and then I'm gonna go finish get as much done on my leg as I can the next day. See, caught myself on a lie. I was telling myself that it was because of the money, but it's not the money. It's just I'm too much. I'm a little bit of a bitch, and I don't want to fucking deal with the pain. See, that's how easy it is to lie to yourself. We are the sum of the stories we tell ourselves. So you lie to yourself and bullshit. But sometimes playing devil's advocate, it probably, if you're like someone like Donald Trump, for example, who probably believes a majority of his own bullshit, it might be able to push you, you know, in a higher direction, in a certain path, if that's what you want. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you don't notice it. I think it can be a very bad thing because it can lead down to a very destructive path. What did you say? Lies begot more lies. Do a flat bench. It's funny. I was really strong on that last set. I felt really good. Like I could maybe go heavier. And then the next set, and I was like, no, I'm staying at the. If you're curious, it's 25 pounds. Oh, you can see we are supersetting. My breath is very laborious. Laborious, is that the right word? Labor intense is some heavy weight. That's basically was 15 pounds lighter than me. So I'm 165. That's 150 pounds. But if you count the weight of my arms, maybe it's my body weight. Maybe. I doubt it. Anywho, we got two more sets of this. One more set of incline. We're going straight to flat. I was going off my legs feel good today. Yeah, 13, 14. Those are curious. I don't squat anymore. I do these, like, the best way I can express this movement is that it's a leg press, single legged leg press without the leg press. The best way to look at it, but it's better than a normal leg press. And it's because you can push your hips back. You can hip hinge in this movement. That's why I think leg press is pretty inefficient in a lot of ways, just because you're unable to hip hinge in that movement. So you can only go as deep as your hips and ankles will allow you, which is not very much for a lot of people. By a lot of people, if you ever hear their lower backs hurt after doing leg press, because they're going a little lower than their body probably can handle. Leg press is a good place to really fuck up your back. This this allows you that hip hinge. See, hips going back, knee goes forward, really easy glide. That's very much a leg press or single leg squat. Super balanced. Really good way to develop your legs without with minimizing risk. When I say risk, it's like likelihood of injury and imbalances in your overall muscle strength. Because if you, a lot of people end up building impingements. Need to do this. Ooh. All right, almost done. We're almost there. Hopefully, supersets are great too, because help minimize the amount of time you're working out. Because time is precious. We got some gooping to do, so I want to get this workout done. Get a couple of rounds of arc raiders in, and then start my day. The perfect way to start a day. Workout, goop, start a day. Bamboo Labs, yeah. P1, P1, P, or P1S, and then we got the H2C in the back there. Workhorses. Actually, I should have resetted them last night, but didn't. Idiot sometimes. I recommend these two printers. Definitely worth the money. They've already paid for themselves. Well, the big one has already just paid for it. That thing paid for itself in a literal. No, it's like halfway, more than halfway. Because I still print a lot in the small one. It's probably that big one's probably made close to $1,000. So we're about seven, 800 away from paying for itself. Yeah. Whew. There's that for. Here, switching a flat. One more set of our legs. A1S is solid, dude. Yeah, I would have stayed with the P1S. I have two of them. Two of them. One of them is on the fritz. I was saying the reason why I bought the new one is because one of them is down. And man, it's crazy. I don't know. I thought I found the problem and wasn't. And so I'm troubleshooting again. So I don't like to have my printers aren't on all the time, but when they do turn on, they're usually on for days. When my inventory drops, they're on just like constantly turning. Is it 100 pounds? No, that was 75-pound dumbbells. I do have hundreds down here, but I'm nowhere near there yet. If you asked me before, it would have been no problem before my son was born, two and a half years ago. But strength was not a priority to me the last couple of years. I'll let that go away. Not a priority. I was more inclined to moving better, not being in so much pain. Okay, this is gonna be our last set for legs over here. But yeah, can't recommend. I'm actually gonna replace that one too with the H2S, the dual head one. Um, and it's basically because the tolerances on both those printers are completely different. So basically, some prints have to be print on the P1S, and some can only be print on the H2C because of tolerances. And meaning I had to adjust the tolerances on anything that prints on the P1S to the H2C. And I don't like doing that. And the only reason I haven't bought a new one yet is because I'm just waiting for a good deal. The Best Buy has like the best deals on them when they usually like $500 off. So I'm gonna cop that and then probably end up selling that P1S and the other one once I fix it. They're really good printers. I can't recommend them anymore. If you're a hobbyist, maybe now, Like, if you're just doing it for fun, you want to print some random shit you find on the internet, I probably would stay away from them. But if you have any inclination of like doing scale production on like items, I would highly suggest them because the quality, their quality is, and the noise that they make is so quiet, so quiet. I don't think anyone talks about that enough when you watch reviews on YouTube. They're so quiet. Like if it was on right now, you wouldn't hear it through the stream. I would hear it, but you wouldn't. If the P1 Mess was on, you would fucking hear it. Appreciate it, man. One day I'll be there. I can flat bench the 90s, no problem, for like 6 to 8. I probably would be able to put the hundreds up, but I'd probably only be able to do like 5 at best right now. That's just not enough reps for me. I need to stay above 8. My where I like to live. So I won't be doing those for this workout to be done though. Definitely don't feel like working out today. Let alone do legs, man. Today was a day. I had some C4. I wish I had some C4. But, beta alanine on there. It's a good motivator to work out. I could just supplement beta alanine. I should. Only reason I don't like drinking pre-workout because it's not carbonated. That's it for the legs, guys. We are gonna finish off a flat bench. Probably only do 3 sets, 75 or 55. I don't have a lot in the tank anymore. Remember, it's not necessarily, it's never about weight. It's the rate of perceived exertion. Body doesn't know that it's the difference between 55 and 100. It just knows whether it's heavy or not. If you care about the weight, that's ego lifting. Ego lifting is just not sustainable. Let's just say that. Because the likelihood of your injury goes way up with ego lifting. And the quickest way to lose gains is to get injured. Trust me, I know. I've had more injuries. Two torn meniscus, tore my rotary cuff on my left side. You know, been dealing with this tendonitis in my left Achilles, probably because of the torn meniscus for like the last 5 years. So that was a little bit of ego. Oh, that tendonitis in my left ankle is definitely ego. That was definitely ego. Heavy prices, man. Ego has a heavy price to look cool. Sometimes the price is your life. I'm talking about my motorcycle boys that don't wear fucking helmets or any fucking gear. Go on bikes with t-shirts, jeans, and gloves. Y'all insane, man. Yeah, if it's very low conscientiousness. Remember, you want to go slow on the way down. Double the time it takes you to get up. That was a little light though, 16. Tony, what's up, brother? Good morning. We got two more sets. We're gonna do the 75s. I think we're only gonna get like 8 or 9, but that was a little. We did 16 relatively easy. We're gonna go up and wait. My chest feels a lot stronger, even though we only took 2 days off. And we trained shoulders yesterday, so that's good. That means I've been. That shows me that my recovery has been pretty good. So I've been sleeping enough, eating enough. Like, there's like one tip I want to give you guys. Like, there is no drink, there is no supplement out there that will could do what sleeping, sleeping, having more productive sleep and regular training and good eating habits can do. I mean, you sleep 8 hours. There's no pill out there that can give you that. You might be able to take caffeine and be focused and quote unquote energized um, for a few hours, but nothing's gonna beat a good amount of sleep. Nothing's gonna beat a strong, healthy heart. Like when I say healthy heart, like I'm a big fan. I mean, I'm a big proponent that you should never do cardio to lose weight. People are like, "Oh, I gotta go on a bike. I gotta burn X amount of calories." That's the worst way to look at cardio. You have to look at cardio, in my opinion, as cardiovascular health. Like, what is the most efficient way to bring up my cardio game up so that my lungs can have a higher capacity for taking in air and my heart can push blood effectively and efficiently throughout my body. That is more important than how many calories you burn. So steady state cardio, in my opinion, is a waste of your time. You're better off doing some medium high interval training when it comes to cardio. So that's 4 minutes on, 4 minutes off, resting or active rest, bike or rower, hill sprints, things like that. These things elevate your cardiovascular threshold a lot. And that's actually, I would argue that could actually even burn more calories in the long term because you burn less calories in a short window, but the after effect of burning calories is a lot more because you overexert your muscles, which makes the body burn more calories to replenish what you lost in those muscles during that interval training, that high intense. So, if you're walking on the stairs or the step mill for 35 or 45 hour to burn 100 calories and shit, you're better off just doing 5 or 6 hill sprints for 30 seconds a piece. Now you won't burn as many calories, but you'll get your workout done in like 15 minutes, and then your body you're gonna see growth in your body because that requires a lot of muscle to do that, and you'll get better. Like the best way to look at it is look at the difference between um, long distance runners and sprinters. Look at their legs. I mean, you see a difference between those two. Which body type would you rather, a long distance runner or a sprinter? Not gonna lie, there's some jack long distance runners now, some freaks. It's heavy. All right, one more set, baby. And on Bill Russell, the greatest defender of all time. And I don't, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll let you. I don't have enough knowledge to say who the best is of all time. I just feel like it's kind of weird when people say all of all time because you can only compare them to who they were playing with at the time. So if they were the best of all time, then you would have to say that the teams that they were competing against were the best of all time. So I don't know. It's muddy. Those waters get really muddy. We got one more set. This took us about an hour to do while streaming. If we weren't streaming, I'd probably get done in like 35 minutes, maybe less. But the good thing about streaming while working out is I do rest more. If I wasn't resting more, I probably wouldn't have done the 75s there. So you got to take it for what it is. Anywho, if anyone got any more questions, comments, concerns, I've been a coach for 13 years, been lifting for 22. I know pretty much a little bit about everything. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. And well, I'm still out of breath. Yeah, I really want to get my panda covered up. Before I'm 40, I'll do it. I gotta finish my neck and my leg first before I do any cover ups. That means I have to go back to the bay twice a year. Fuck. I could find new tattoo artists out here, but like when you build trust with a tattoo artist, that's hard. I particularly don't like it. I loved it when I first got it, but I don't think it fits my body. It doesn't shape my shoulders. You see this? This is where my shoulder crease is. The panda doesn't really follow that. Kind of sort of does, but it doesn't. So just aesthetically, it doesn't look good in my opinion. My wife loves it. Everyone else loves it, but I don't like it. So if I don't like it, then I'm gonna get rid of it. But I can't bring myself to do it just yet because I have so much other work I need to finish. Back of my neck and then my right leg needs to get done. I need to take my right leg is just below my knee, and I wanted to get all the way up to here, to right where my pocket crease is. I want it all covered up. That's gonna take a while. I got big legs, you know. I got big legs. That's the problem too. With my tattoo artist, he was like, I could. It was funny because I first met him, did like a 6.5 hour session with him, and he's like, dude, your arms are fucking big, bro. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, in this normal session, I could probably do outline an entire sleeve in the time it took for him to do this dragon head on my forearm and some of the tribal around it. He said he could have done a full sleeve by the time it took him to do just my forearm essentially. He's like, that's how much bigger you are than average people. I was like, fuck. I didn't know how to take that as a compliment at the time, but I wish I was small at that point. Damn, you know how long it fucking to do my arms, man. I'm not saying my arms are huge, but fuck, dude, it's a lot more skin than your average person. So it's like just takes more time, more ink, more money. All right, let's get this last set. I got 11. No, I think I got 12 on the last one. Goal is, but as long as we get over 8, we're happy. That best set, baby. We can. It's not awake yet, so we can do a little bit of gooping, and we start our day. Yeah. Wait. We're done at 10. I could tell because I couldn't even control it on the way down there. Whew. All right, guys. That's it for today's workout stream. We're going to take 2 days off. So we won't do a workout stream till Saturday around 5:30, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Um, but I will be streaming Arc Raiders. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that. If not, it's all good. I'll catch you guys later. Go Niners. Even though we fucking suck, they're terrible. They're trash. Actually, they're not terrible. They're trash. They're just not good enough. It's not good enough, man. Seattle's good enough. -4.5 right now, dude. Crazy, man. They're a good fucking team. Good team. Um, but anywho, hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys hung out through the whole stream, I'll give you guys like another minute if anyone has any workout questions or something like meal plan diets or anything. While I catch my breath. But yeah. Uh, remember, you are the sum of the stories you tell yourself. So be careful how you tell. It's like magical spells almost, man. The things you tell yourself, especially if they're self-deprecating. You tear yourself down. If anyone should never tear yourself down, is yourself, man. Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's a little bit of you know a little bit of a dig when you think about it, but it is what it is, man. It's just not enough, man. It's just not enough. It's unfortunate, but it's not enough. It is what it is, man. I think overall, still considering everything that happened, it was a good season. It just shows you the caliber. You know the It just shows you the caliber of the NFC West. If anyone should be talking about anything, we should be proud of the NFC West, even though it's fucking retarded, if you ask me, to be proud of something like that. Because you have nothing. The only thing you have invested into that is your time and your money. And your money only goes into watching the game, buying merchandise. Like the way your money is used, you have no bearing to what they use it for. So the fact that you have pride in something like that is kind of weird, if you ask me. It is very humanistic to like sports, right? And to root for your team. Your team. I live in fucking Arizona, and they're still my team. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's funny. But what I want to talk about is the NFC West is a fucking powerhouse, dude. We had three teams going to the playoffs. Fucking Arizona Cardinals are fucking garbage. This really shows you the weakness of all the other leagues. We literally, the NFC West, this is not the first time. Actually, this is the first time in a while. I know, wait, I think, don't quote me on this. I think this might be the first time three teams went into in a while. I know there was like 5 or 6 years ago where it was the same thing again. There was actually a better year where the Cardinals were actually playing better. They could have made it to the playoffs, but the Rams and the Seahawks, the Niners, they were basically all four teams were all fighting for the playoffs. It was fucking wild, dude. That was a good season for the NFC West. What do you mean haters and trolls? Who's a hater? We're just talking opinions, bro. You're the one taking what is this Gorgo taking what you call it? You're talking like you did something. You didn't do shit, bro. You over there with your fucking Miller, with your Bud Light, fucking watching the game. You didn't do shit. You didn't do shit. The fuck, taking uh, like I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit either, man. I'm just sitting there enjoying the entertainment while it lasted. And then the moment the time Niners stopped entertaining me is the moment I stopped watching. I fucking saw that shit. I saw that shit and I was like, you know what, fuck this game. This shit's just gonna put me in a bad mood. Turn that shit off real quick. That was yeah, it was a good move because there's no way I would have sat through that. Wasted fucking 3 hours of my life watching a fucking team that I enjoy watching fucking suck. You fucking crazy. I got better shit to do, man. I fucking play Arc Raiders. Which I'm gonna do right now. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Remember, next workout stream is gonna be on Saturday. We're probably going to be doing chest again, to be honest, because I got to get back on the correct rotation. Maybe we'll see. Depends on how my body feels. But we'll probably do chest the exact same workout we did today, and then we'll go back into the second day being my back, my hamstrings, because I feel like, dude, my back muscles, dude, if they fatigue going into chest, it's or do chest or tighten up my back. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do on Saturday. Take the ugly team hat off. Your head, ugly team, bro. Man, look at the mirror first, man. You know, he's judging other people for it, man. You stop, man. People on the internet, you crazy. All I know is like when people say shit like that, it's because, man, they want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel good about yourself, so you try to bring other people down. So that's a very poor way, a very lonely way to feel good about yourself. And alienate you and put yourself in the island by yourself. Don't bug me, none. I don't give a fuck. I get two fucks. I could burn this hat today. I don't care. Okay? It's just a team, man. I just wear this hat because it's one of my favorite hats to wear because I cut the bill off. I like this hat. It's one of my oldest hats. I have this irrational emotional attachment to an inanimate object. Oh, poor soul. Poor soul, man. It's like being, that's as close as being a Jets fan, man. You poor souls. I saw the one more thing and I'll go. I saw this kid crying at, where were we at? Where were we? We were at we were at the zoo and this little girl was on the ground screaming, screaming, crying. And she was wearing an all Jets outfit. And I was like, it's because she's a Jets fan to my wife. And she was like hysterically laughing. My wife's a big football. She's bigger more into football than I am. And it was a funny moment. It was a funny moment. She was like crying. I should have took a video of it. That shit would have been a great meme. That shit would have been a perfect meme. Anywho, I'll catch you guys later. Saturday, next workout stream. Peace.